Yeah, forces back the aggression, which is also important. Twist spotting a couple of pixels up on Art, who is using that smoke to actually hide in. He's all alone. He's trying to stall enough time now. More players coming in. Grim takes point, block, instant kill onto kxderado, turns his attention to Yuri. And the new recruit has posted up too, but Art's position now gonna be found. He hid in the smoke, and now he will strike. USP in hand, that's gonna be 3 kills down to Art, and that could be the round to follow up, but Elige may have to zip out through the smoke. Oh my god! Eviscerate envelops on Liquid. Talk, he's walking the walk as well, Scrawny. The friendly assassin now coming round the back with the FAMAS. Good flashbang in, but the CT's able to just stand their ground. Twist now encircling from the ramp. 2 kills go his way, but a deagle up close is going to put down Twist from Vinny, who's now trying to go in for more. Liquid actually have the advantage now in this post plant, but it's not necessarily planted for Elige, so he has to wide swing, and in doing so, Art may be there to deliver, but for the second consecutive time, Elige will clutch out for Liquid.
Stars we're looking for in terms of the consistency, but if today's the day Elige comes alive, then oh, FURIA may have their hands full. Vinny, are you kidding? Just connects into the head of NaV. This is one of those rounds that looks completely unwinnable, but Vinny is looking spectacular.
Elige on the edge of 200 ADR, 191 to his name. It's early, but goes to show the impact that he's had. Grim comes in with 1, and it's that man Elige that's been shut down first. And with that talisman dead and buried for round 5, maybe this is where the Brazilians get their first success. Grim around the smoke, makes some noise and gets sprayed out from Yuri. And this round should fall into play. So once he comes around the corner, that's why maybe a dead man. And indeed, Yuri puts the final nail in the coffin.
With eyes deep down A. If Stewie thinks he can best him, so be it. But Art's got that second sniper. And this is weird because he's going to be in your back line. He's going down the ladder with an op as Stewie opens up shop.
Art has tanked but not landed the frag, and then shoots between the middle of the two. Twist offers himself up. So the AWP has been put down, and they pick up the secondary AWP mainly because Twist's on 1 HP gives him extra firepower. I'd expect to see them drop that. 2 AWPs on T side, Vertigo, kind of unheard of, to be honest.
Oh no.
Not ideal. kxderado's going to be pressured as a result of that, but he can make a different angle come into effect. If Twist peaks, he's a goner with 1 bullet, and kxderado's whiff smoke means nothing. It's all by Stewie aggressive, nearly gets the shot, needs to be careful. Does seem like they're going to keep some presence over on A, as Stewie can make his presence known, but Yuri puts him down and silences him. kxderado using that smoke as a bit of sanctuary, spraying up through. The 2-player push, not going to be successful just yet, but now the second 2 come into play, and Elige and nafly, although they're both wounded, are putting down frags. There's another one. Elige onto kxderado. Henny begging that they're going to peek him at wide right side, but Elige not interested, just goes for the plant instead, and with 2 players, Liquid don't really need to make moves. They don't need to overextend. It's down to Henny to move in.
Elige, he's going to get in front of the smoke here, catching Yuri off, but not being able to win the duel. FAMAS bests the AK off on Art. Oh, catching Stewie in the jump, and a second versus Grim. Art, whether it's top mid, through ladder, or down the ramp of A, is just looking to swing the big green today. He's per side.
Liquid, they want to get up close and personal. They've got Tech-9s and P250s with a deagle. Not any great firepower, not much utility left remaining, just 3 flashes, tossing them in now over on the side. Art sees Stewie, who is switching away from the AWP. That's why Stewie survives a little bit longer, and now Art puts him down. Even when he can't land the frags, he's still tagging out. And now Vinny comes in, Twist spins and pivots into play. Deagle in hand, wasn't far off, but Art for his 3rd, and FURIA for their 6th.
Henny's posted here on these sandbags, and there's lots of players coming his way, fully equipped to boot. But Yuri, he finds the better of the timing, and these smoke grenades, they are so constantly on the side of smoke. Stewie, he gets back his double. A crucial multi-kill, but there's just as many players on the flank, and Twist, he catches the first, not the second. kxderado swapping to the sniper, also cleared out by nafly.
I know a lot of people out there aren't a huge fan of the map, but it gives you games like this when you have
and FURIA and and Liquid. It's this perfect storm.
Oh, Henny. That's peak. Oh, he gets two. I didn't think he got to control the spray well enough, but he did. And now Stewie in the same position gets two, nearly spins for a third. Can't get it done. It's going to finish as even as we expected. 8-7 to Liquid. Still need to find out which of these two teams will have their hand raised above their head for Vertigo. Grim gonna be pressured in, smoke in his eyes, affording the bomb plant. That grenade, though, chunking Grim, gonna make this retake that little bit more difficult, but a solid counter nade put into place. They know that Henny still has to be perched on the side. There was no way for him to rotate and retreat out of there. kxerato, Glock in hand, they're gonna line up for him. The first pistol went the way of Liquid, but kxerato is gonna try and take this one away from them. Are pushing through the smoke, spraying them down, and FURIA, the Brazilians, have got their revenge.
FURIA looking to take titles yet again. Look, Grim, same position as the Pistols, same result. FURIA, they're just going to charge headstrong at him. Although last time they had players coming in from short, and the Liege, well, this time he stands tall. Art's low, Grim still posted, able to take the headshot. Weapons making a world of difference as Grim takes down 3. Head. It's the reason he lost half his health in the pistol. Completely smoked out of the position. The follow-up mollies, far more utility usage this round than what we saw in the last. And so far, so good. FURIA already getting Yuri in his post-plant position. A bit of a cheeky spot, Vince, to look to lock down the line. Henny, he should die as he's burned out into the open, but he got his job done. That bomb is planted, and the man advantage maintained for the moment. Grim's back where the round started. Vinny has another smoke up close, and these CTs, it's not going to be easy to try and push their way past this crossfire. Vinny, he gets fully blinded, but he shoots into the smoke, comes back out, tries to get kills, but can't. It's 4 members up for Team Liquid as we tie at 10. So I know their playbook goes deeper, but they want the consistency of the A-site hits, and Art, he will waste no time charging into Grim. Finally, he finds players not in those deep positions, but rather facing forward on ramp, and Naf now trying to lock it down, trying to pick up the pieces after his first 2 teammates die empty-handed. They somehow turn this back, and it's a slight edge. Oh, so slight for Liquid, because Naf is barely alive, and the bullet penetrating the walls as he retreats. Grim and Liege, both so far forward, Vince, that FURIA catch them sleeping. They thought that deep smoke was going to be enough. They try to change tail towards this opposite bomb site. It's Twist's turn to shine. He's playing close proximity. kxerato watching the bomb site. Quick little snap onto the face of Twist, and Stewie's behind Big Green. A smoke grenade that he's gonna try and peer over top of, but it's way too effective at cutting off his vision. Oh, and a little bit of smoke spam almost kills Henny. Stewie has the confirmation as he hops up over. kxerato has a safe plant, and Stewie, looming inwards, finds the first headshot, not quite the second. Both of these players with HP in the teens, and Henny's back on quad. Naf goes high. Bomb ticking, Henny in position, keeping it cool and calm and collected, but Naf is hunting for him. He can smell him, but he can't see him. Henny takes the clutch.
That's now put him into the M4 headshot territory.
Here's the peek off the grenades. Good utility usage. Again, just kind of calling out those positions on the side of the smokes. FURIA having an affinity for them. Flash here for Yuri to try and challenge. He's got a leash pinned in Henny. Half his health now gone. But there are not 1, but 2, but 3 CTs in position on this A site. kxerato has just a minimal gap over smoke. And after all of that flurry, after all of that exchange, Team Liquid back off ever so slightly. And as they move back, FURIA move forward. They're setting utility, but here comes Grim, able to catch them off. A second kill, a third. 3 AK headshots for Grim on the A site. Vinny, he is stunned and stunted.
Very wrong. They still have timeouts at their disposal, but it's
for that overtime clawback. And Vince, that's a change in pace, because for a game that had nearly no saves the entire time. What? Vinny just slaps Stewie across the face with the CZ. And that's a bit of a hiccup. That's a bit of a mistake. That could come back to cost them because Elige, he gets softened up by the grenades, but it may not be enough. Art can't quite finish the frag. Even the wall bank leaves Elige still standing, but another sidearm frag. And this is starting to go well for FURIA. They had little to work with. Vinny, he gets caught in the top of mid, so that AK is brought back. And FURIA, well, they're brought back to this B site by Henny. He's looking to exchange with Twists. He's got a good angle on the side of those boxes, but it gets called out. Twists now on his 20th kill and looking for another double to get that 15th on the board for Liquid. And FURIA, it is all falling around them, Vince. They just can't quite crack open this B site. They have Twists pinned in, down he goes, but 1 HP and 2 CTs means Liquid find 15.
This trade, of course, Liquid don't know this for guaranteed certainty. Grim thinking about going for that peak, flashbang in first, spins around, there's one, nearly gets the second, and now NaVi follows him up for 2 more. The trade's going beautifully in favor of Liquid. Oh my god, that aggression yields so much, and Liquid take the first map.
Very tense pistol round, and nobody really wants to make much of a move just yet.
Flashes out, the push comes out as well. Twist gets the first. Yuri also chips in. He gets a double. And now Henny can hold the line as he spins into a double headshot. Potentially, or maybe not. They're going to bypass all of this by pushing outside instead. They're getting each other's way, but the timing there to duck down, nearly getting team killed, and Twist gets 3. Sprays out onto the A side. It's all on Henny with the MP9, but the firepower is lacking. It will not stand toe-to-toe with these AK-47s, and now Art's going to show his hand. He goes aggressively through on Squeaky. That's the bomb that goes with him. Has the right idea. Elise spraying up through the vent, not landing a single bullet. And Art goes back in for more. He's been tagged down to now 19 HP. Post-plant comes up, and Grim with full HP's up against him. All the pressure, all the emphasis put on Art's shoulders. Very capable shoulders as he lands a shot onto Grim. Art creates carnage on the canvas, and FURIA gonna get their 3rd round.
Team Liquid gonna buy right back into it. Twist, I mean, he had a beautiful 3K as well, but it all just gets completely canceled out by Art. And Elige's attempt to entry into ramp, or rather Mini, also gets denied. A 5v3 immediately as Henny tucks tail back down ramp closer towards the B site. Art gets active, pushing through lobby with an AWP. He does what he damn well pleases. And all that's left of these T's is Naf and Grim in ramp room.
Two exceptional players, though, on their day, they could feasibly pull this off. Against FURIA, perhaps not. Yuri, who was last seen in Garage, having the temerity to play that same position twice in a row after dying previously, now going to go down. That's 3, not far. Now it's all about where these last 2 CTs reside in case queso makes Squeaky his home.
And if they start to think this is clear, only to focus more so on Mini, or possibly Hell, then I think Yuri's going to give him hell. Peeks right into Stewie. Elige is there to trade it. So a 4v4 ensues, but Stu has hit the dirt. Naf's going to burn queso into the open. Either he puts it out or goes for the peek, and oh my goodness, he gets the kill, but Grim, immediate trade frag. Elige, he's going to get damaged as Art connects into Twists. Grim trades onto Vinny. 12 HP for the 2 remaining T's, and Art, oh, he tries to cheat around the side of the smoke yet again, and it's Henny, now tasked to clutch. Oh, and he gets shut down too. Elige, welcome to the scoreboard. Numbers, but it's strong. Team Liquid, 4 players ready to commit to this first corner, and if Stewie's not careful, he's just gonna get slapped back by the sniper. Molly goes in, Henny goes out. Grim able to connect both of those kills. Has Henny on the front side of the fire, and then an instantaneous headshot into Vinny. Yuri's position will catch a player off guard yet again, but I think this, more than anything else, just primes FURIA for the for the save.
Liquid just having a great read. Whoever called that, spot on.
To Liquid's 1, but Liquid had the most recent. And maybe now, those scales you talk about, ever so tip closer. Art, he had a very real chance at that second shot. Elige, a bit of a labored spray. Yuri trades straight away, and Yuri goes back in for second servings, trying to keep them off of Squeaky, but Grim goes ahead and catches Henny. That's that ramp play I'm talking about. How does this retake unfold? 1 kit on queso. Smoke for the bomb, perhaps. Double flashbang if they need to burst out. Vinny's gonna go ahead and pop the second window. Flashbang over towards ramp. That's where Stewie's at. No, excuse me. Stewie's still on rafters, and he gets aggressive, trying to take it all by control. Now leaving the lesser half players to try and keep this up. But Yuri, he is on an absolute tear. 3 kills in the post plant, but he got the kit. There's time. I swear there's time. Just enough of it. FURIA find their 6th. And NAF no longer alone. 2 players trying to squeak around on the side of Mini. As NAF does get that opening headshot through door, Art, he can hold this position. If nobody from this T side comes through hut, then Art could be the thorn in their side in terms of a post plant. Yuri's gonna try to line up spray through Mini, and it almost works, but here comes Grim with the headshot. Art does fall back for just the 1 kill, because Twist comes in eventually. And this is what I'm talking about, Vince. If it's not Yuri with the multi-frags, then who's stepping up?
Honestly, a masterclass. If you want to find out how to play outside, Liquid, successful, FURIA, force fight. MP9 Deagles, aggression outside. Who else but, of course, Art. Using that smoke as a bit of cover. Now shows his hand. That's the bomb that drops with him. And there's 2 kills alongside it. He can now retrieve into the shadows. And all they see is a silhouette dancing around the edges, landing frags, and then somehow surviving. Another smoke comes out. Art's still hiding in there, still keeping that bomb down. The HP is solid from Liquid. Their firepower definitely matching up to that mantle. But Grim is unsure. He wants to make sure he doesn't get pushed and skewered once again from Art's Deagle. Art could do this alone. Now making noise. Footsteps are found, but Grim whiffing out on his chance. If he goes down, the chances of Liquid winning this round go with him. But he takes Art with him at the very least and controls the bomb once more. However, his teammate, his partner in crime of Nafly, has bit the dust, and Grim gets shut down from behind.
Nades than just holding W through them. And I think Art, he's a good example of it. He's just tucked on box. What a fantastic play to make, clearing out Stewie as well. Step up. Well, Art now 2 rounds in a row, shutting down outdoors. Henny, committed position for the 3K spray down.
Really beautiful setup. Art again, aggressive outside. Unreal that he has the temerity to go for that 3 or 4 times in a row. But this time he's been punished. This time Liquid aren't making that same mistake. But they don't check for Yuri. Yuri's now posted up with them. Nearly a triple spray. But Alish holds on with 14 HP. Serato on Squeaky. They can anticipate this position. Moving back and forth, keeping himself mobile. 1 kill traded out, and Grim gets 2.
Be a call to combat for Liquid, but Art, a different look. Starting to pry deeper around the boxes, not posted up with his face in the crack. Across the path of Yuri, who has 16 frags at the very, very top. But Art, his right-hand man, sticking in another shot for NAF. Yuri's gonna pick up the kill versus Stewie. Art now knows there's a player close, and oh my god, he doesn't panic. In fact, he then just cranks the dial, but Twist will punish for that one. And he's trying to chase this back in the 1 versus 5, which is just so undoable. So successfully, but they're met by utility and aggression. Art, he is going to peek into this and get punished for it. Twist takes his head, and now we're gonna get them to activate. Team Liquid charging headstrong into the B site, just taking player after player down. Henny now the only answer, and Grim's gonna make quick work of him right then after.
On the other side, plus a slew of terrorists who are looking to envelop him, and envelop him they shall. Halftime reads 10-5 in favor of FURIA.
Over towards Mini side, he is that bomb planter, so now he commits, and the flashbang means Team Liquid, they just drop down from heaven. There's thieves right in front of them. That smoke grenade creating chaos as Liquid just sweep away the second pistol. Twists, patient 2. Here's the footsteps drop. We'd know that there's at least 1 man on site, but Art, he's still up on the rafters. And Twists, clean execution with the FAMAS. Surviving the headshot, presumably because of the glass. Now Henny, he's posted up himself. Yuri, he's gonna take a bunch of damage here. FURIA, they're looking to claw this one back. Back and forth affair in terms of force buys. Henny could be the world of difference, but it's Vinny with the final kill. So I don't think the quality of gameplay is going to drop off if we get to that 3rd map, if we get there, because Liquid still have a chance here with the buy and an opening pick. But FURIA so comfortably sitting on double the round count of Liquid. I mean, I'm sure even these 5 Liquid players feel that 3rd map breathing on their neck. Let's see if FURIA can wreck any chances of the comeback here in this 3 versus 4. We've had a couple of kills unfold in garage. kxerato hangs on in lobby alone. Naf, who started the show with that op pick, can't quite find his next charade, but look at the T up close. Yuri, he's creeping inwards. Oh my God, Naf, he just barrel stuffs him. All of Yuri's, attempted work there. He thinks he's James Bond sneaking up close. Naf just splatters him like a bug on the windshield. Insignificant.
It's about, realistically, how much damage can he do? But he will get the plant down successfully. No one's close enough for the thieves. They seem to have overlooked this entirely. Molotov on decon allows him to try and make plays through double doors. At this point, it's all about just throwing in all the risks you can if you're Vinny. Be as unpredictable as possible. Play as crazy as you can, because all the weight's off your shoulders in terms of expectations. First kill in this confrontation goes his way. There's a smoke put down on the site, and now he's going to try and spray through there. Wasn't too far off, but Twist returns fire.
Art's on top of the smoke here towards the vent. He hears a player making a bunch of sounds here. That's Twist. Just kind of playing around haphazardly. Grim taking his place. Elige with a spray into 2 Ts, and Henny's all that's left over.
He comes outside of Hut. First kill goes his way. If Elige goes down, this is doable, but he pulls the bomb out. So unfortunate. And he could have a big impact. Good damage put down onto Art through the box. Missing out a couple more opportunities. Stewie goes out to try and deal with that threat, and in doing so, he overextends. And Vinny will capitalize. Elige goes aggressively, trying to catch them in rotation. And Yuri is sat there waiting with the Galil. So you can see the domino effect of NaVi missing the AWP shot, putting his teammates in danger. And now with his death, alongside Twist, this round is surely going to go the way of the Brazilians. And Liquid will be trying to save 5 map points, barring a miraculous clutch from Grim. But it is looking bleak now.
What?
And Nav continues to peek. I'm not sure if he didn't realize that shot was aimed at him, but still comes out with the deagle and punishes Art. Elige now, close range with the deagle. kxerato maybe doesn't anticipate the close angle. Elige splatters him, and then Yuri! He is waking up, answering the call of his teammates. We'll be into a bit of an awkward position. kxerato is waiting outside of Hut, so it looks like we are going to have a late pinch. Through upper, maybe heaven onto A, and Stewie, realizing it, pushes with twists. kxerato gets nullified, and now FURIA have to change their decision. Instead of going up through heaven, they decide to dip down towards the B site, but Elige is here. Elige in wait, springs into action for one. Flashbang out affords him the opportunity to just change up his angle somewhat, and the bomb carrier of Henny is now stuck behind the boxes. Time is running, is dwindling. Those sands of time beginning to erode and splash across the rocks of Liquid. And Liquid get themselves across to a 12th. Liquid many a time, and that pressure just seems like it's been swelling too much. NaVi wanted to get aggressive. Molotov's there to greet him. Smoke goes in, but actually narrowly misses. That may help out Grim, who goes and overextends. He goes all in, fully commits to it, dies in the process. Twist now holds the line at the back of Silos with his AK. And Stewie, with that aggression, lands the dink onto Henny, so brings him down to his knees in terms of HP. And maybe Naf can do the rest, but that's a solid smoke. Forces Naf to commit in. FURIA, playing with their food, it would seem, start to back away again, but this could get NaVi into an aggressive angle. If he misses this shot, that would have been the bomb traversing down towards
20
B.
seconds left over. If he dives down to that B site, you've got Elige lying in wait. If he checks vents, people flashes, the T's. They're trying to pick up the tempo here. They're already starting to compromise Mini. Grim, he shuts that down. Twist gets the kill in Hut. It's only kxerato to answer, and overtime looking oh so likely. Unless Yuri can go massive in the 1 versus 3. The grenades go past. He tries to push, and Team Liquid hang on for dear life.
Molotov goes in, forces Elige back, and now NaVi couldn't ask for an easier shot. Completely open, no smokes down there. There's the second. Oh, he's feeling it now, Scrawny. You better believe that confidence is boosted up nicely.
Grim, he's ready to catch a head on kxerato. Now it's inside of Hut. The next kills and start to unfold. Vinny, he's gonna get caught by a bit of damage here. Naf in the open, still able to fight tooth and nail. 15 HP left. Defense. It's just about finding an opening. They're going to go for the boost. If there was somebody in the rafters, if there was somebody on Hut, if there was somebody to peek in heaven, then maybe they'd get that opening kill. But it's Liquid on the floor. looking to do work. Twist, empty-handed. That's 2 clean kills coming out of FURIA. Yuri barely alive. The liege outside of Mini hangs on.
Will be post plant. So far, coming into this round, the last 10 rounds, 9 of them have gone the way of Liquid. This could be a combo breaker when it really counts for FURIA. A liege aggressively out through main. First player falls, some damage done. That player advantage has now been nullified, mitigated entirely. Will this post plant be nullified? kxerato says no with his AK. Henny sprays in, anticipating that NaVi will be the last player to make a move through main, and that is the correct assumption. This Molotov is going to completely deny him.
They did just win that most recent round, so considering the momentum Liquid had used to get this far, now things start to collapse around them. 3 immediate kills coming out for FURIA. The confidence to just rush into the A site leaves Stewie, who has been strapped for frags all second map long, dies empty-handed. FURIA with 2 T rounds.
This man, Art, who was so aggressive with the AWP all half long, does land a shot there. The no-scope nearly gets his second. And Twist now going to barrage outside of Hut with his teammates. But both AWPs over here. Henny got a fast enough call that he rotated in through heaven and puts down the pain where it was required. Liquid, 2v3 stacked against them with NaVi on a measly 9 HP. And they smoke onto the side and decon. They're going to try and push behind this, but here's Vinny from the double doors, taking significant damage. This would be such a huge moment for Grim to step up and clutch out for Liquid. If he pulls this off, they're right back into this overtime. Otherwise, they're eyeing up 2 map points for FURIA, and he can't get the job done.
Absolutely confident enough to peek, but in the meantime, Liquid have moved down to the B bomb site. Henny, he's going to be pressured by utility. Decon is lost already entirely. And Henny, he just has to hold off for his teammates to arrive. He goes aggressive. He decides to fight before the other pieces are in place, and it works. But oh, Elige, he looks away. Just as kxerato goes for it, it's Stewie's chance to claw this one back. 2 men in the post plant, Grim and Stu. Grim shuts down the peak from the double doors, and now it's even, but not the HP. Grim, he just turns on a dime and shuts it down in time to leave it on kxerato. He has a huge health advantage and an excellent grenade to the back of the bomb site, shuts that one down, but now he knows where Stewie's at. A single bullet would be the difference, and Stewie's just gonna patiently post on stairs. He waits and dares kxerato to try and stick the defuse, which is exactly what he's gonna do. Stewie runs out and goes down, but now he's back on it. Is there time? It comes to the wire. Oh, and FURIA win the round. FURIA push this to map 3. Now on the side of Liquid in the form of Grim, and they are both, these teams, 1 map away from being your grand finalists.
Everything to play for. Doesn't matter how FURIA skated by the skin of their teeth on Nuke. It's all reset. Effectively comes down to a best of 1. Henny dropped early on to the hands of Twist, and now Stewie 2K going to be asked to fend off the oncoming tees. Grim pushed to the back of the site. That pistol aim is true. It is crisp and carves into the head of Art, looking for another one, but Yuri denies it. Oh, Yuri spins around and perforates the smoke for a second frag. But because the pressure has consistently been applied, Liquid now have the player advantage in this post plant, albeit with Stewie on 4 HP. They do have a kit. Only a decoy alongside it. Vinny comes in for 1. Going to be spinning back out again, but can't pivot into a second. And now kxerato holds the line for the 1 frag. Twist is low. He is lumbered. He has been fragged down. And kxerato will take the first pistol for FURIA. We are perfectly placed for a very close nail-biter of a finish. Another dink. This time it's Vinny. 3 players. The FURIA, 50 or below HP, but they're getting it done. They're making this low HP work for them somehow, some way. They've cracked open the site, and now NaVi with his Mac 10, looking to rip through the oncoming T's, and he'll do just that. Switches across to the CZ. Perfect positioning to allow his teammates to funnel their way through. One of which is going to join them on Ruins. That's the Liege, but he gets wrecked down to 3, partially through the smoke. 10 seconds to play with. NaVi is going to go for the peak and denies the bomb plant.
Flashes to their name, but they just got their paws on that M4. Now Twist, he's going to have to keep his head down. He loses to Vinny on that picked up rifle, and Yuri connects with the Tech 9. Dude, this is just like
They're
new.
okay to give them the 2 SMGs. It's not a great deal. They're happy to make the most of these advantages.
Ooh, Alige, a bit labored, but gets there in the end. Oh, somebody still sneaks through Arch. This is going to put Naf in a compromised position, but oh, he does have a chance here. Vinny backs up ever so slightly, and that'll favor the M4. Has Naf present his skull, but the bomb is very much on his own. Vinny, he could get blindsided right here by Stewie. Yes, sir. Drops that bomb, but kxderado drops it back. And now that B site under pressure. Grim is on his own. And his 2 teammates so far removed that it is him and his MAC-10. And that's it. And right now he's on top of the boxes. He saw 2 Ts and he gets aggressive. Somehow Henny doesn't hear that. And now Grim has an excellent spot to hang on because he's tucked around the corners of Banana. He has found a silver lining and just rides it to what could be another forced victory. Yuri through the smoke, just on the side, able to body bag Elise, comes in, great flash. kxderado gives that cover needed, and it all falls on to Twist. 20 seconds, and he gets through smoke, but he gets cut down.
CT side, by the way, spoiler warning, they're very aggressive on Banana, so let's see if the CTs go for it. They will. I love to see this. It's making FURIA respect them, but additionally, it stops that pivot from coming into play later in the round and allows Liquid to now rotate one of those players off, potentially even 2 later on towards the side. But look at the aggression. Vinny gets flashed straight into Banana and rips apart Stewie. So that rotation I was talking about of Alige now has to come back over on the Banana side, and he is looking for that peak. Meanwhile, Grim has a flashbang. He can toss this in, but Alige walks in alone, and the flash is too late. That's so disjointed from Liquid.
Oh, he wasn't anticipating the player to be that close on the walk-up. It looked like he got aim punched as well. He didn't have a helmet. Most of them don't. Must have been through the edge of the wall, that first AK shot or something. But Grim, he is just all the way back. Now there goes the flash. He tries to peek out and sees nothing. Oh, Yuri, he was jumping up, tunnel visioned on it. Naf now trying to connect through the side of the smoke. Will get one, but he's down to 12 HP. And Twist, he could get called into the action, but he's so far removed. That's close. So dangerously close. Just stopping the bomb plant and throwing this 2 versus 4 into question. But I think we already have our answer. FURIA should have this 5th round. Naf and Twist, they're going to try and make it happen. 2 Ts stranded in the pit, neither of which is watching coffins. Naf gets 1 before he dies, and Twist, he has more health than the last 2 men combined. Flash goes over top. First peek is there for him to take. But he doesn't have the kit on him. He's got the players dangerously close, but he has to walk away. He cannot close this round. It's FURIA to lead 5-1.
Easy pickings. Grim tried his best, but Liquid, they look so disjointed to me here scrolling on their CT side. Like, this is a far cry from what we saw on the previous 2 maps. Yuri gonna get the freebie onto Alige, who felt compelled to go for aggression. It's a half bite from Liquid, and they're gonna make it work. Twist, big kill from the top of new of footsteps as the T's start to make a move over on A side. He's landed 2 dinks. That's the bomb that's gone down with it as well, but he has to reload, and in doing so that buys up some time, but they're gonna be forced into peering over on middle. And this is where Grim can make a stand. This is where he can push through these smokes. He can actually pierce through the middle of them. Information gathered now. They know Yuri is in graveyard, but it's about where the rest of these T's are. And Twist is the last man standing. 1v3, last 3 players are low, but kxderado holds the line.
With FURIA, when it comes to banana control, it's not easy at all because they have utility and then some. Great grenades landing on the feet of the first frag. Stewie removes. Grim, wild spray, labored effort, but he connects it in the end. And there's a second player here. It's Alige taken down on the side of coffins. Oh no. Team Liquid, they had yet another chance. Naf wastes no time, but you never know what's coming on this beast to go towards this A site, it would seem. Minute 20 means they have time to turn tail, but Stewie gets aggressive in the apps, and he gets 1 off his pistol. Now it's Alige's turn with the Deagle just beneath them. He can't quite find the angle. They fall. Bomb now dropped on top of him. kxderado able to trade it. Alige, hands on the AK. And both those players so close, far closer than Grim is on the rotate with only his 5-7. Alige, near omnipresent in this pit. Still hanging on to the bomb. And FURIA trying to find timing, but Grim has now arrived in position. And maybe Arch, seeing that, decides to wrap back around Arch.
Bomb down in the pit, though, controlled by Elige. Crossfire can get established, but they are weary of this Arch's push. An Art's push, albeit with 3 HP, could be the difference maker. It could isolate these two CTs from one another. Now Elige is peering back, moving back into pit, a different angle. Grim can now watch over on Archers. This is a great read from Liquid, a great little rotation. But is it going to yield the round? 12 seconds. FURIA, you've got to get a move on. You can't afford to just sit in position anymore. You've actually got to press aggressively. You've got to do something about this. Hart now stuck all alone and gets picked off by Grim, and that is much better from Liquid. Over. You know you have to player advantage. NaVi playing in the alcove, trying to bypass through flashbangs, but he is already low HP, and that does put him into a position where it's a one and done at best. Good flashbang tossed in, catching players with flashes. Oh, Elige, triple spray. Unreal plays.
Right here on Elige. And can he do it again? Now he's caught playing with grenades. Oh, which lands right on the feet of Vinny. But this A site's definitely in question. Twist in pit, Naf on site. Twist, not even inside of the pit, but rather just holding in the open, and it's perfect. Up until Art's one op shot, it was flawless. But Art coming in big. And a Vince. They are getting ever closer. Grim, he's going to be on a different position. Now he has a bit of an angle. Stewie, again, a missed shot, but Grim comes in with the double. Stewie then connects his. And that Molotov forces Art into the open where Elige lies in wait.
Everything changed. It's not just the fact that FURIA and NaVi have been landing a ton of frags. It's the fact that mentally, you know they're on the table. And FURIA seem to have maybe gone a bit too aggressively as a result of that. Elige sprays through the smoke, but it comes out second best. Stewie gets flashed and fragged by Art, but a position they've not used yet. Grim up on the boost, doesn't get peaked. And now he goes in for more, but that overextension costs him dearly and potentially cost Liquid the round. Twist has made a quick rotation through onto Banana, but he's all alone. There's no foundation for him to build off. And he's making noise. He wants to try and buy up some time and just run straight at the T's, catch them off guard. But now there's another Molotov down. Wherever he moves, the floor is water. And Liquid water at that. And Liquid will get the final and do lead at halftime, going through FURIA 8-7.
And it wasn't looking that way when FURIA started off on Inferno, but Liquid found some footing. And if they can find a second pistol, then we're all tied up at 8. They're looking for it quick. As they charge up to the top of Banana, it's only Twists with 1 kill. Vinny has that double. And Queserado's got him covered in terms of smoke, but a Gush, regardless, takes Vinny down to the bare bones of surviving that situation. And all the while they were distracted with Banana, Art has slipped past through the A site. But in reality, that just creates a great situation for Liquid where they will take A for free as long as they move up fast enough. Art is hot on their heels.
Depends what decision they come up with as well. Do they try and wrap around B via arches, or do they actually take the A site? Now, I'd assume it would be A site as they know there's multiple players on B. And yeah, that's coming to fruition, what you said. They've given up A control. This allows Liquid to not only get a bomb plant, but in terms of their post plant, they'll get in all the positions that they could possibly want. They're going to have pit lockdown. They can play some dirty little angles in the likes of Apps as the bomb is currently planted for Apps. And if they can get this first kill underway, things could look even sharper. But Art did catch a glimpse of NaVi. That may even give FURIA an idea as to where the bomb is planted. These are little intel and little scouting tips that they've picked up. And he's taking it slowly. So they're going to try and overwhelm NaVi. They know NaV is balcony or Apps. Stewie now moves back. They've got a decent crossfire down. And now it comes down to aim. How is he dueling? How is the time management? Additionally, NaVi spins around and gets one. But he's the last man standing. He goes down. It's incredibly close. Is there going to be enough time for this defuse? No. They have to back away. And Liquid successfully take the round and make it theirs.
Well, Vinny, he is just so committed to this position. Gets a second 1D. Doing more than he is asked to. And the T's are starting to come over with smokes and fire and fury. But Henny, now is the time. Connects a huge D. Naf, that's lag. Oh, the unfortunate timing. Elige, he too toppled just in front of the smoke. So they are absolutely going to abuse that timing. But Henny with the Galil. Hold under question. Hold under threat of crumbling. The 3 T's about to sink their teeth into this. Vinny finding that timing from the arch wrap. But Twist, he has 100 health. the bomb. And 2 CTs that lie ahead. He could even double back, and that's going to put Vinny in a compromised position. Vinny's crouching wide, and he gets his kill. 27 frags for Vinny. He starts to move downwards. Stewie hasn't quite heard it yet. Now he has. He turns back around, and Vinny able to get that kill. His 28th of this map so far. And Team Liquid, they're just going to go with what they wanted. This A play. Grim, good entry versus Yuri. kxgo in the open, almost has the double, but Naf with the drive-by. Galil got twist on Graveyard, and Naf back bomb site. Op shot rings off. Vinny's position still unbeknownst. Now he finds that perfect timing. It's Naf who dies. Vinny arrives. 13 kills to his name now. Or do they rock the boat back towards B? Vinny aggressively peeking down. Banana gets caught. He does kill Grim, but it's 3 players for Liquid to charge headstrong towards that B site. And if Art dies to this in twists, then it's sayonara. 10th round for Liquid confirmed.
Not in the woods just yet, but they are getting closer and closer.
And this is why Art posted on the wall. Smoke up. Oh. They go for the double frag, and there's an M4 up close. This plays right into the hands of Vinny and Art, who is just there behind him. 2 kills immediately for Liquid. The Canadian combo ready to take over this A site. They have to unearth Yuri from pit and deal with kxgo up close. They're buying their time, and Yuri, perfectly timed, goes for the double spray down. And they're just gonna try and push headstrong into the A site. Stewie, good timing through that smoke, gets the best of the first rotator. Art coming in quickly from that short side. Unleash throwing utility. Art's ops up, but Twist keeps him pinned down, and it's all on Vinny.
Kind guy, but he is ruthless. All 5 players here, because they've given up map control against a team like FURIA, they've got to go for this, and this could be the last play of the entire tournament, or perhaps not. Twist, beautiful entry onto kxgo, who was fully flashed. Art playing behind the smokes, anticipating flashbangs, can hear footsteps, nearly gets a 2-for-1. They lined up for him, he took down a leash, partially through Grim, I think that was, and now Vinny just goes aggressively with his FAMAS and springs Stewie into an early grave. Liquid had everything go in their favor, but now it's a 2v3 retake, and Twist and Grim have their work cut out for them. Collectively, 48 HP. Henny and Yuri alone have more HP than them, but 2 phenomenal aimers. Grim with 1, Twist back against the wall, 2 separate angles to try and fend off against, and the Brazilians will have no kill, no mercy, no prisoners taken. 2-1 to FURIA.
A close on Inferno, and just balls of steel on Art. The collateral in that